What if the future of medicine doesn't come from a hospital, but from a plant? Right now, across China, scientists are quietly rewriting everything we thought we knew about healing. Not with pills, not with injections, but with living, breathing organisms, engineered to produce medicine from within. Hospitals around the world are overwhelmed. Chronic diseases are rising. Cancer, diabetes, neurological disorders, conditions once thought manageable are now spiraling beyond control. And while the world looks toward expensive pharmaceuticals for answers, China is taking a radically different path. Instead of manufacturing drugs in factories, they're growing them. Inside advanced research facilities, plants are being redesigned at the genetic level, transformed into biological factories capable of producing life-saving compounds. Some of these plants can generate proteins used in vaccines. Others are being developed to fight inflammation, repair damaged cells, and even target cancer. But here's the real question. If medicine can be grown like crops, what happens to hospitals? This revolution didn't start in a lab. For thousands of years, China has relied on plant-based healing systems rooted in tradition. Ancient remedies used herbs to treat everything from infections to organ failure. What modern science once dismissed as folklore is now being re-examined under powerful microscopes. Today, that ancient knowledge is merging with cutting-edge biotechnology. Scientists are isolating active compounds from traditional herbs, decoding their molecular structures, and enhancing them through genetic engineering. Plants that once took years to grow and harvest are now optimized to produce stronger, more concentrated medicinal effects in a fraction of the time. Imagine a plant that doesn't just soothe symptoms, but actively repairs damage at the cellular level. That's the direction China is heading. By combining centuries of herbal knowledge with modern gene editing tools, researchers are unlocking possibilities that could redefine medicine itself. But there's something even more surprising. These plants aren't just being studied, they're being redesigned. Welcome to the era of molecular farming. In these controlled environments, plants are no longer just plants, they're production systems. Scientists introduce specific genetic instructions into them, essentially programming them to manufacture complex medical compounds. Vaccines, antibodies, therapeutic proteins, all grown inside leaves. Unlike traditional pharmaceutical production, which can take months or even years, these plant-based systems can generate critical medicine in a matter of weeks, and at a fraction of the cost. One breakthrough involves using plants to produce antibodies capable of targeting cancer cells with precision. Another focuses on growing proteins used to treat rare genetic disorders, conditions that previously had no affordable solutions. And because plants don't carry human pathogens, the risk of contamination is significantly reduced. This changes everything. No massive factories, no expensive chemical synthesis, just sunlight, water, and carefully engineered biology. But here's the twist. If medicine becomes this accessible, what happens to the global pharmaceutical industry? And more importantly, what happens to the hospitals built around it? The idea sounds extreme, but it's not as far-fetched as it seems. If diseases can be treated earlier, cheaper, and more effectively using plant-derived medicine, the role of hospitals could begin to shift. Instead of treating advanced conditions, healthcare systems might focus more on prevention and early intervention. Imagine communities growing their own treatments locally. No long hospital queues, no overwhelming medical bills, just direct access to natural, bioengineered therapies tailored to specific conditions. China is already investing heavily in this vision, building infrastructure that merges agriculture with medicine. Entire facilities dedicated to cultivating therapeutic plants at scale. It's not about eliminating hospitals overnight. It's about reducing dependence on them. But there's still a challenge: regulation, safety, and global acceptance. Can the world trust medicine grown in a greenhouse? And if China perfects this system first, will the rest of the world be forced to follow? China isn't alone, but it's moving fast. Around the world, scientists are racing to catch up. Governments are beginning to realize that plant-based medicine could disrupt one of the most powerful industries on Earth. Pharmaceutical giants are watching closely, because if this works at scale, it could redefine how medicine is created, distributed, and consumed. The cost of treatment could drop dramatically. Access to life-saving drugs could expand to regions that have never had it before, and diseases that once required lifelong management might finally have real solutions. But with innovation comes competition, and with competition comes control. Who owns the plants? Who controls the genetics? And who decides who gets access? This isn't just a medical breakthrough. It's a global power shift. The future of medicine may not be built in hospitals. It may be grown, quietly, steadily, and powerfully, inside plants engineered to heal the human body from within. China is betting on a world where medicine is no longer manufactured, but cultivated. And if they succeed, the way we think about disease, treatment, and survival could change forever. The question is, are we ready for it? Because the next breakthrough might not come from a doctor, but from a seed. If you want to stay ahead of the world's most powerful innovations and hidden breakthroughs, subscribe now. Because the future isn't coming, it's already growing.